Found this because we've got our practice room, and we found this little rubber bat, like a flying bat type bat, and we were having wars with it. And I remember, John, you threw it in my face and caught me right in the lip, and it marked and everything.
Ouch. Ouch.
We did come to the next 5 or 6 gigs with us as well. It's quite funny.
I think it's like any family, isn't it? Any family has its arguments and squabbles, but you always make up at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it makes
course.
it interesting. It'd be boring if everything was smoothly also.
Yeah. So Halloween this Saturday, you're out, I presume?
Yeah.
Where are you to?
Up at Bodmin.
You're at Bodmin, are you?
Yeah.
Are you all going to dress up as Halloween? Or
Malcolm probably will.
Yeah.
or is it, what
No, that's what it usually looks like. I'm so terrible. I did buy some tights, some black tights with skull and crossbones on them, so I don't know. I might wear them.
Yeah. Have you dressed up in the past as any like a 60s or 70s theme? Do you do any of that kind of thing, or not really? Or?
We'd like to do more of it.
Yeah.
It's getting everybody to we do the fire station in Penzance.
Yeah.
And we did a cowboy theme there last year. That was really good.
Yeah.
And this year, what was Pirates this year, wasn't it?
It was Pirates, yeah.
Yeah.
Really good night.
Yeah, really good.
Everyone
fun.
really made the effort.
Yeah, I suppose as you're on stage, you can get very hot, can't you? Because you're always, you're active with your voice and you're moving around with the drums, and John's on guitar there. You do get very active, and the thing is, when you're wearing a lot of clothes, it's even going to add to the a bit of discomfort after a while, I imagine. like it's a little bit hot and sweaty if you like under the collar,
Yeah.
So you've got to be comfortable, I suppose, to those,
Yeah.
haven't you? Right, okay, guys, we're going to play a track. This is track 1. What would this be?
What we're going to play? Was it Louis?
Louis.
Is this-
Louis
yeah,
is the first one?
Yeah.
And this is a live recording.
Was this live at Waterman's, this one? in
Yeah.
Falmouth? Yeah. It's by the Kingsmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can tell it is a live recording because it's quite raw, but it kind of gives a nice representation of your kind of sound and what you're up to.
I think that one was recorded on a VCR, wasn't it?
I think
It was probably
An old
VHS tape.
Betamax.
It was one of Malcolm's efforts.
Like I said, it just gives people a kind of a rough guide to your kind of sound.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Right, now, thank you ever so much to Stacey for a moment. We're all in the studio. We've got Robbie and Stacey over there. But we're going to turn our attention to John Hodge, who is the guitarist in The Vision. Now, John joined The Vision from another local band called Fake White Fever, whose drummer... Liam was drumming with The Vision at the time, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Liam, I sort of got to know Liam before The Vision, and I used to play in a little garage punk rock band called Fake White Fever.
Yeah.
And I think that was about a year or two. And then Liam basically got me into The Vision, right or wrong. And I think this is my 6th year with The Vision now. So I've been with them 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah. So when did you start playing the guitar? Is it just out of interest? I'm not sure. Is lead guitar different from standard guitar, or is it all the same, or is it two sets of guitars on?
Yeah, lead guitar is mainly sort of soloing and stuff. If you have 2 guitarists in a band, you usually have a lead guitarist and a rhythm guitarist.
Yeah.
Because there's only one guitarist in The Vision, I have to do both.
Right.
So I have a big workload.
Oh, done by John.
But yeah, I actually started playing at about the age of 9 or 10
Yeah.
at school, and I joined an orchestra, and I hated it because my dad played guitar. He tried me to get to play guitar, and I hated it, and it was all classical songs, and I gave it up. And I remember being in French class once when I was about 15, and the teacher went out, and we were in those sound booths, and somebody put on Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Yes.
And I loved it, and I said, God, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I took up guitar from then, and I didn't look back.
Excellent. Okay. Do you play any other instruments?
No, I don't actually. I really want to learn piano, but I'm not actually that musical. I can play guitar okay, sort of just scrape by, but I'd love to learn piano.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there would like to teach me.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I asked Stacey a moment ago, what do you think is the best thing about being a part of The Vision?
Similar things, really. It's great to go out somewhere and somebody say to you, oh, I recognise you from The Vision. And also, I mean, when we have a good gig, it's amazing. It's a really good feeling, whether it's a pub gig or a wedding. It's really flattering in a wedding for a couple to choose you as the band, you're going to play on their night. So that's a cool feeling.
Do you ever suggest guitar-based songs for the set? Something that you can basically put in and really have a good stab at?
All the time.
All the time.
Whether we do them or not is a different
Whether
story.
we do them or not. No, I mean, you can tell. Anybody who knows me, if they come and see the band, you can probably tell the songs that I've sort of had a hand in. But occasionally we'll all come across like a rock song or a riffy rock song.
Yeah.
And we'll all say, yeah, we've got to do that. But I don't mind. It's good for me to play all sorts of stuff. I mean, the good thing about the Vision is that we play all sorts of music, from funk to pop to rock, a little bit of country maybe in between.
Yeah.
So it's good for me. It keeps it interesting.
Yeah, I've not heard any country song. What country songs do you do?
Sweet Home Alabama, is that
Oh,
classed
yeah.
as country?
Yeah.
Yeah, it so is.
Just.
Is it? I noticed you've got what's the solo one you start with? It's the Texas track. The
With the slide guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need more slide.
Yeah. I love playing slide. I'm trying to get another couple of songs in where I get to use my slide, because I only use it on one song, then I put it away for the rest of the night.
What's the track? It's I Don't Need a Lover.
I Don't Want to.
I Don't Want to Love Her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also they got the Guns N' Roses track as well, Sweet Child of Mine. You can
Yeah.
go a little bit nuts on that one as
I
well,
can
can't
go a bit
you?
We
crazy
love
on
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Sweet Child of Mine. There's a
I do
couple of us who
too.
aren't that keen on it.
Yeah.
But it stayed in the set mainly because of me, I think.
Yeah. It's good for audience participation, though. It's really good.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. And you can have competitions with, like, the air guitar.
Yeah.
And, I don't know much about air guitar or power slides, but...
Paraslides. Is that the thing where you slide across the stage, is it?
Yeah, that I don't ever do.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't ever do that these
No.
days.
Oh, no.
Have you had a stage big enough to do that? Because most of the
Well-
pubs and clubs...
Well, recently we
across
had
the
a
bar.
concert, actually, at the school where I work, and it was a Year 7 concert, and I got excited, and the kids were supposed to be doing air guitar, and they didn't, so I did a power slide across the floor and got a friction burn on my foot.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was
Ouch.
great. It's a good rock wound, that, I can say that. It's from being a rock goddess.
Yeah, I take it. You can answer this as well, Rob. But I take it as you're the drummer, you're the guitarist and bass and so on, and keyboards. You all have to kind of sync together. You have to be synchronised, aren't you?
Yeah.
So who kind of starts it off? Is it Robbie? Do you start it off, or is it John starts it? Depending on the song, I take
Yeah,
it.
it
It
depends.
depends on the song and who starts in the original. I
Yeah.
mean, we have our arrangements. We kind of work together and work out individually who's going to start each individual song.
Yeah.
If you'll notice in a set sometimes, if I start a song, Robbie will either speed me up or slow me down. Because sometimes, usually actually to speed me up, I think. Usually I'll just play a little bit too slowly, and Rob will come in with his timing.
I noticed you were recently at the Corn Exchange, weren't you? Do you remember that night that you kind of upset Malcolm by kind of playing out of tune or out of key?
Oh, that was so funny. We thought it would just be hilarious
Yeah.
to... what song was it? We started a song in the wrong key, because Malcolm, he has in the past started playing in the wrong key, and when it's just been vocals and bass, and then I'm singing thinking he's right, and all of a sudden John comes in and it's all wrong.
Malcolm will always
yeah.
look to me, because he can never remember
Yeah.
the key, and I like to sort of mess with his mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So we did
I'll
that
sort of
night,
go
and
with him in there.
we were all looking at him, and he was like, what? And he was scratching his head like he does. Like, he scratched his head in this circular motion. It's hilarious. And, and we were going, Mal, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? And he just didn't know what's going on. It was so funny.
How long did it take him to twig?
About half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to explain to him in the next break.
Oh, that was funny. And by the way, it was nothing to do with me. I didn't suggest it, did I? We'll just make that very clear now. So, John, as of course you are a teacher as well. What kind of age groups do you teach at school?
Well, I started teaching art and design, actually. I've been teaching about 6 years now, and I taught art for 3 years. That was teenagers.
Yes.
And now I'm teaching primary school kids and secondary school kids.
Yes.
So the whole age range.
Yeah. So art and design, you said.
Yeah, art and design. I did a master's from Falmouth College of Art in fine art, and then didn't know what else to do, so I thought I'd become a teacher.
Yeah.
And I went to Cornwall College for 3 years and taught art, and then I decided I wanted to teach guitar, so I went to work for the music service, and I've been doing that 3 years now, and that's great fun. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a preference to music? What's your kind of music? What kind of thing like when you're not playing with the band? What kind of things do you listen to? Do you have like chill out music, or are you like rocky or?
He likes the cheeky girls.
Does
The
he?
cheeky girls, yeah, they're on my MP3 at the moment.
Yeah.
They're in my car. No, I love bands like I don't know, AC/DC, Foo Fighters, Guns N' Roses, that sort of stuff. The stuff that sort of ends up in the second set.
Yeah.
If I can help it.
Yeah. Oh right. I know I asked you guys, but do you get nervous?
I don't really get nervous anymore. In fact, I can play the set.